Hello everyone! Welcome to the Last Living Prepper channel. We're glad to have you here, and we're excited to share essential information that could make a world of difference in emergency situations. Today, we're focusing on a resource we often take for granted, water. More specifically, how to create and store an emergency water supply. Whether it's a natural disaster or a man-made crisis, having a safe and reliable water source is crucial for survival. So buckle up and stay with us as we dive into the details of securing a safe water supply for emergencies. Let's start with the most reliable source of water: unopened, commercially bottled water. This is your safest bet during emergencies, providing a ready-to-consume, uncontaminated source. But what if you don't have enough bottled water or it's not readily available? Don't fret, there are alternatives. Boiling is one of the most effective methods to kill disease-causing germs in water. All you need is a heat source and a pot. Bring your water to a rolling boil and keep it boiling for at least 1 minute. If boiling isn't an option, disinfecting with bleach or chemical tablets can be a lifesaver. For bleach, use unscented household bleach, and for tablets, follow the manufacturer's instructions. Remember, these methods should only be used if the water is not contaminated with toxic chemicals. Finally, filtering can remove parasites and other contaminants from your water. Portable water filters, fiber membrane filters, or gravity water filters can be effective tools. Remember, these alternatives should only be used if commercially bottled water is not available. Stay safe and stay hydrated. Now, you might be wondering, how much water should I store? Well, let's break it down. The general recommendation is to store at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. This allocation takes into consideration both your drinking needs and sanitation requirements. So, for a family of 4, you're looking at storing 4 gallons of water per day. Now, emergencies can be unpredictable, and water is a fundamental necessity, so it's always better to be prepared. In an ideal scenario, you should aim to have a 3-day supply of water as a bare minimum. That means 12 gallons of water for a family of 4. But hold on, we are talking about the bare minimum here, and we all know that it's better to be over-prepared than under. So, if you have the capacity, try to store a 2-week supply. For a family of 4, that would be a whopping 56 gallons of water. Sounds like a lot, right? But remember, water is not just for drinking. You'll need it for cooking, cleaning, and personal hygiene as well. Aim to store at least a 2-week supply if possible. Remember, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Choosing the right container for your water supply is crucial. You see, not all containers are created equal when it comes to storing water for emergencies. You want a container that's safe, durable, and easy to use. First, let's talk about what to look for in a container. Ideally, you want to use food-grade water storage containers. These are specifically designed to hold food and beverages, and the FDA has given them the thumbs up for safety. They won't transfer any harmful substances into your water, which is a big plus. If you don't have a food-grade container handy, make sure the one you choose has a tight-fitting lid, is made of durable, unbreakable materials. We're not looking for glass here. And, if possible, has a narrow neck or opening for easy pouring. PET plastic bottles, specifically those labeled with the numbers 2, 4, and 5, are a good choice. And just a quick note here. Steer clear of milk jugs for water storage. They're not designed for long-term use and can easily leak or break. Now, once you've chosen your container, it's time to get it ready for action. This involves a thorough cleaning and sanitizing process. Start by washing the container with soap and rinsing it out completely. Then, sanitize it with a solution made by mixing 1 teaspoon of unscented liquid household chlorine bleach in 1 quart of water. You're looking for bleach that contains between 5 and 9% sodium hypochlorite. Cover the container tightly and give it a good shake, making sure the sanitizing solution touches all inside surfaces. Let it sit for at least 30 seconds, then pour out the solution. Let the container air dry before you fill it with water, and there you have it. Your container is ready to be filled with your emergency water supply. Remember, safety first. Make sure your container is clean, secure, and made of food-grade material. This will go a long way in ensuring your water stays safe and fresh for when you need it most. Once you have your water and your container, it's time to store it. Ensuring your water remains safe and ready for use involves a few crucial steps. Start by labeling your container as drinking water and note the storage date. This will help you keep track of when it's time to replace the water. Speaking of replacement, make it a habit to change your stored water every 6 months. This ensures that your water supply is fresh and safe to consume. Now let's talk about the ideal storage environment. You want to keep your containers in a cool temperature, ideally somewhere between 50 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid locations with direct exposure to sunlight, as this can degrade the quality of the water over time. Lastly, it's crucial to keep your water storage away from areas where toxic substances are present. This includes gasoline, pesticides, or any other chemicals that could contaminate your water supply. By taking these precautions, you can ensure that your water remains safe, clean, and ready for use, whenever you may need it. Remember, proper storage is the key to maintaining the safety and quality of your water supply. When the time comes to use your stored water, there are some things to keep in mind. First, it's crucial to maintain cleanliness to avoid contamination. If you're using a scoop or other device to extract the water, make sure it's clean each time you dip it into the container. Think of it like a spoon in a shared dish. You wouldn't use a dirty spoon, would you? So, make sure you don't touch the water or the inside of the container with your hands. This is another way germs can hitch a ride into your water supply. Also, it's important not to scoop out water with your hands. Even if they look clean, hands can carry invisible germs that may contaminate your water. Keeping these tips in mind will help ensure your stored water remains as clean and safe as possible when you need it. And remember, water is life. It's worth taking the time to handle it properly. By following these guidelines, you ensure the water remains safe for use. That wraps up our guide on creating and storing an emergency water supply. We've covered everything from the safest source of water, which is unopened, commercially bottled water, to alternatives like boiling or disinfecting. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more tips from The Last Living Prepper. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful.